We had a brief stop last night, nowhere to go ashore here, so we just got an early one, and there's some wind this morning.
Look at that. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye. Welcome to the Pamlico Sound. It's very much like sailing sea. It's the 23rd of May. We're sailing, well, actually a nice stretch of the Neuse River in the Intercoastal waterway on our way to the Alligator Canal. And it's good, we've got this lovely downwind sailing. Nikki's making pancakes, and we're going ahead of our friend Seahawk, who's got a 7.5 foot draft. And we've heard that this part of the canal they call the ditch, and it's a friend of ours, another Dutch friend of ours, went through the other day in a boat with a 1.6 metre draft, and he got grounded somewhere. So they're sort of a bit apprehensive, so they're sending us first to see if we can scout out a nice deep channel for them. So this is great sailing. We're doing 5.7 knots, downwind under the twin jibs alone. The smell of freshly cooked pancakes. I didn't think we'd get to sail any of the Intercoastal waterway, but so far yesterday was great. Today's starting out pretty much the same. We won't be able to sail in the canal, but I think we can sail the Alligator River on the other side. It's all about 3 metres deep, 4 metres deep. Just entering the canal now. It's still reasonable depth. But luckily I brought an Italian with me. Wow, that turned out really well.
Yeah, there's another one to do as well. Yum!
Seahawk, Bora Bora.
Seahawk?
Hi there, yes, just try not to go too far over to the right on this bend.
Okay, I'll just follow your directions.
Okay, cool. Starting by 16. This is the bit from the Pungo River to the Alligator River. They call it a ditch, but it's just been really nice. We've had plenty of depth everywhere. We managed to sail most of the way in. We really could sail here. The wind's dropped off a little bit. It's a bit below 10 knots, but I'm navigating through for the guys behind us who've got a deeper draft than us. So I got to stay on nice straight lines and stuff like that. But you could sail it. It's just fantastic. We've just been past a couple of boats. Well, one boat on its own one side, another boat on the other side, just anchored in complete solitude, peace and quiet. There's nothing but nature around them. Not a house, not a car, not a road, nothing. Literally, apart from us going past them, there is just nothing out here. It's just fantastic. The space and it's because I come from the UK. There just is no big wildernesses left in the UK. Everything's touched by man's hand, everything's been changed and sort of tamed, and there's no real wilds left. And it's just, I don't know, maybe there's plenty of places like this in the US, but it just feels like there is endless space for nature to still be nature and not be too molested by mankind. But yeah, we're loving it. I absolutely love this trip so far. It's great.
I think he's trying to eat the rope. There's one on your head.
Ah!
Yeah, he is. He's trying to eat bits. To make a nest, maybe, or something.
You like them, but you don't like them. I don't mind them when they're still, but when they're flying... Something bit me.
We've come to the land of, like, bloody flesh-eating bugs. I've never heard anything so loud in my life.
Looks like a storm ahead.
Really cold, really?
It's gone really cold. It's howling. It just in seconds it started howling.
That's crazy. How much have you got out?
Yeah.
Shit. Do you want me to do it?
Just try and just keep our nose just as starts. I mean, it's in. It's got about 15. No, that's about 12 metres out. But I've got to go and unjam the chain.
Shit, man. Mary. That was a sustained 30 then. That is some gnarly storm. What? Shit. Crab pot right next to us. Dragging anchor. Yeah.
now we get the rain. So yeah, we've pulled off the ICW and anchored to one side out of the way of any traffic because we had a lot of lightning ahead of us. And then the wind hit like 35 knots and we were aiming to get to the Alligator River Bridge, and I believe that they will not open the bridge if it's blowing anywhere near to like 30 knots. So we've anchored here, now it's started to absolutely piss down with rain.
Really bumpy,
yeah.
There's loads of waves.
And for some reason, even though I've got 30 metres out in 3 metres depth, we're dragging. We're going backwards ever so slowly. So we are going to have to move, find somewhere with a bit more shelter nearer the bridge. It's getting on now, it's like 6 o'clock, half 6. So we've only got a couple of hours of light left. And this area is full of crab pots, so I can't leave it to the lake. I've got to go before it gets dark.
We're already surrounded by crab pots, so if we drag any further and we drag across one, we might get one caught up.
But yeah, so that's the situation. Have a cup of tea.
Just putting all the electronics in the oven.
Getting some very, really close lightning then a second ago right there. 2 big bolts. I'm hoping we're going to get around the north a bit and into this brighter patch in front of us before we get any more, so like let the storm roll past our side.
Jesus Christ. Oh. How can it go from so calm and sunny earlier to this?
I don't know. It's quite a powerful storm.
Very. Whoa! God. I'm actually quite glad we're motoring though and not having to reef down and
Yeah, true.
just get here pushed over.
Yeah. It's a solid 30 now. He won't open the bridge in this, I don't think.
No.
But as I say, by the time we get there, probably
May have blown over.
it may have blown over. It's going to be.
What have we got, like a mile to go?
Well, it says we're getting at 7:30 and it's now 7.
It's 20 minutes.
Yeah, so 20 minutes. So I reckon we'll have got to the north edge of the storm by the time the storm's sort of here.
Oh.
It's going to be a late finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I copy that, and yeah, we'll go looking for somewhere with enough depth for you. I'm just hoping this thunderstorm sort of rolls by to our side, doesn't cross us.
Well, I hope so too. We're trying not to touch the rigging.
Cool, standing by 16.
He said to just come and wait and hover and then he'll open when he sees us, so. Bridge is opening. Sea will go right behind us.
Allocated bridge, sailing us aboard, we are clear, and thank you, and have a good day.
Phew!
You.
Looks like everything's calming down a bit.
It does, looks like we might actually get sunset,
Yeah.
which would be really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Well, it's 8:30 in the morning. Last night here there were just thousands and thousands of mosquitoes, and we had to basically barricade ourselves in and they were all on the outside of the mosquito net, and you could hear them like swarming. It was pretty horrendous. But we managed to clear the bedroom out, and we didn't get any in there overnight, so that was good. But weirdly, this morning the toilet is full of shrimps, like tiny little shrimps, and Seahawk said they've got the same. So that's really a bit weird, because we were using our holding tank, and it means the holding tank's now full of shrimps, baby shrimps. So we're going to have to pump that out overnight, otherwise we'll be in the same situation like we were back in the Med when we had a tank full of crabs. Anyway, squeamishness aside, we are about to up anchor, and we're going to head hopefully to Norfolk today. It's about 50 miles, so we'll see how we get on. But there's quite a nice breeze, and it is another beautiful sunny day. Engine check's alright?
Yeah, she says she's okay.
Good, good. Glad she's happy.
Yeah. But you've got northeasterly winds, and I think we're sort of going north, so for us, we'll motor sail it.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain they'll be able to sail it, I think.
Yeah, I should
40
think so.
degrees to the wind, or 35.
Okay, we'll give it a go and do the best we can.
Yeah.
Ben's on the bow, looking for pots, because especially with this glare on the water, it's really hard to spot them, and a lot of them are just black or brown or green. So he's pointing them out, and I'm just steering us through them. And we're just aiming for the channel again. Managing to sail, which is nice, but not particularly quick. Well, just under 5, 4.5, 5. It's the best angle we can get at the moment, because we're going up here. Seahawk are behind us, coming up fast.
Yeah, but I think they must be doing about 7 or 8 knots in the same distance. 7, I reckon.
Yeah, they've definitely got the boat for it, haven't they?
Oh, that thing's a sailing machine. This is too nice. Completely flat.
10 to 15 knots of wind. 5 knots nearly. So we're going to Elizabeth City today. They said there's some free docks there for like 14 boats or something, so we're really hoping that there'll be some space. If not, there's a good anchorage as well.
I think I'm getting tired of being overtaken by this Seahawk boat. Like the same again. 4.5 knots. Great. Oh. That's how you sail.
Hi.
Hi.
It's really good, isn't it? Well, the wind died, so we thought, oh, we're going to have to just motor in. But we just clicked it into gear, and it just didn't feel right, didn't sound right. So we think we may have picked up a line from a pot. I don't know how, because we've been really, really careful. And we've had when we've been sailing, we've had the prop brake on, so I don't know what's happened, but Ben's getting the dinghy, dropping that down, and then he's going to have to, I don't know what he's going to do. You can't see through this water. So I'm hoping our rope cutter's going to cut through it, but you don't really want to like keep putting it into gear and it winding tighter and tighter and potentially damaging anything. So. Yeah. It feels weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got that. Fuck, how's that happen?
Weird, it actually feels alright in reverse.
It's not supposed to have the prop brake kind of like sticking on or something. What?
That one, it's just drifting. I think that was what was on it. I just unwound it and it's just...
Ah. Is that the culprit? Then just put into reverse and that float past, so...
That one is tight. Why is there two together? That's all I can think. I'm just wondering if that came out, but...
Does it feel better now you've done that?
I was giving it a little moment, just wound it back. There's a little bit of line on it. It might get
untangle.
drifted off.
Yeah, because if there was two together, then it may explain it. That feels normal?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for that.
I really did want to have to go in this water.
It's not exactly very inviting, is it?
No.
You didn't look like that when I married you.
I loathe it.
Oh, damn it.
Damn it!
What are you giggling at?
I'm laughing at because the face she made then looked like little finger rocking the throat. Yeah, like that.
And then you have to talk a bit like this. I've always loved you, Sansa. Don't jump off my head.